Have you ever wondered how you could make a difference globally and not have to travel? You can make a difference right here at home at a minimal cost. It's called purchasing fair trade products. Fair trade requires companies to pay fair wages for merchandise in other countries that enables workers a fair minimum wage. It gives people in other countries the ability to be able to have a living wage, and it gets them out of poverty, and it stimulates their economy. It's an investment in their communities and in their producers. It's about making both a fairness for both the producer and the consumer. In 1998, 4 European organizations created a widely accepted definition of fair trade. A fair trade partnership based on dialogue, transparency and respect, with which greater equality in international trade. It contributes to a sustainable development by offering a better trading conditions to securing the rights of marginal producers and workers, especially in the South. Fair trade organizations, backed by consumers, are engaged actively in supporting producers' awareness of raising and campaigning for the change in the rules and practices of conventional international trade. That was done by Moore in 2004. Fair trade versus free trade. Don't get confused by this. Free trade allows companies to buy products from other countries with government involvement, where most of the time the purchase price is more and the government gets a cut of it, so the workers have a less income. Fair trade takes out the middleman, it takes out the government. So it prevents the overpricing of products, and it helps the workers get fair wages. A little bit of history on fair trade. This is done by the Fair Trade Resource Network. And in 1946, Ruth Blyers imported needlework from low-income women in Puerto Rico. And then in 1968, United Nations Conference on Aid Development embraced the trade and not aid. In 1988, the first trade certification system became about in the Netherlands to offer third-party recognition to label fair trade products. In 1994, the Fair Trade Federation formed its first network. In 2005, there was the largest fair trade conference here in North America. And fair trade now retails to sales, they're over $1 billion worldwide. How do you identify fair trade? Well, there are symbols and logos out there that will identify fair trade. And these are your symbols. So when you see this, you can be assured that there is a fair wage to the workers when you see these symbols. So that's what you look for when you go to your supermarkets. Why fair trade? The main goal is to empower and marginalize people to improve their living conditions in other countries. The focus would be on commerce among individuals and businesses. The benefits, to help vulnerable farmers and artisans and workers in less industrial countries. The major action, businesses offer producers favorable financing, long-term contracts, which at minimum prices with a higher labor wage. The living wage in communities improve their costs. The supply chain, fewer parties, government is not involved. And the key organizations behind these are the Fair Trade Labeling Organization and the Fair Trade Organization, and these are also found on the Federal Trade National Organization. Top 10 reasons why to buy fair trade. Fair trade means a fair pay for working conditions, so people are able to make a living wage. Fair trade encourages environmental sustainability, urging eco-friendly farming practices and raw materials found in natural or recycled. Fair trade supports sustainable practices that minimize our environment. Fair trade protects children, so children are not overworked and not paid for their work. Fair trade empowers marginalized workers. It enables them to have a good wage and helps build their skills and techniques to offer better products for us. Fair trade is safe. Fair trade supports communities. When you buy fair trade, it helps those countries improve their health care, their schools, and their housing. Fair trade farmers and artisans, and you can count on. They have contracts with them, so therefore they make great products, so they can continue to make that living wage. Fair trade connects you with other countries that you would not be connected if you did not buy fair trade products. Fair trade sustains local economies, and fair trade matters. Coffee is the largest commodity for fair trade that people consume. Then we have bananas, cocoa, sugar, tea, flowers, spices, wine, rice, honey, clothing, oils, nuts, and these all bring in about $21.9 million. Where can you buy fair trade items? If you go to a coffee shop, Caribou Coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, Pete's Coffee and Tea, Seattle's Best, Starbucks, grocery stores, Costco, Giant Eagle, Safeway, Sam's Club, Target, Trader Joe's, Walmart, Whole Foods, Ben & Jerry's. You can begin by making a difference today. You can make that difference by supporting fair trade, looking for those logos in your supermarkets, and purchasing those products. You can make a difference to the economy of the poor in other countries, and it guarantees the child safety laws that protects the children and their families. Need more information? Go to ftnr.org or fairtradefederations.org. So make a difference today.